Hello guys, come on, the Mythcolour here with another Elite Dangerous video for you today. Wasn't that just an amazing introduction to the Powerplay? Now, as you've probably guessed already, this video is going to be on Powerplay, and I'm going to be running through the different bits of Powerplay that you need to know. On the screen at the moment is a contents page, if you'd like, and if you're interested in a specific thing, or you just want to know about one thing rather than watching this whole video, just click on one of those options and it'll take you to that time in the video. Now, what are powers? Well, powers are distinct entities compared to the minor and major factions we already know of. So minor factions are generally they generally control individual areas of space or within a system. There's normally one minor faction that's dominant in a system, and they will control that system or systems if they're in more than one system. Major factions are huge superpowers that control vast areas of space. Many but not all minor factions align themselves with these superpowers and adopt the laws and customs. You've seen that before. The Federation Empire Alliance, they're the superpowers, the alliance being the new one on the block, so to speak. Powers, however, sit between the major and minor factions. They can control up to dozens or hundreds of systems, but they could control just a handful. And even though a power might align itself with the superpowers, so for example, Felicia Winters will be aligning herself with the Federation, it didn't prevent them from scheming against other Federation people, so she will probably be fighting or going against Zachary Hudson, the other Federation power. So to influence the actions of a power, you must first pledge to a particular power. Before you can pledge to a random power, you can find more information about it on this screen here. So if I come and click on this one here, this is the screen where you can find all the information about that power. So the overview tab has been displayed at the moment, and this details the information about the leader of the power, so Lee Yong-ru, this guy here. It also describes the ethos of the power and the current status of that power. The ethos describes how the power operates during preparation, expansion and control phases. There are 4 different ways of doing a phase, and these are described here. The 4 are social, finance, and then there's also combat and covert, which will be on other powers. And each one requires you to do different things. So finance is normally trading, exploring type of thing, getting money. Combat is bounty hunting and mercenary work, for example. So each power provides specific rewards for its followers. Each power has its own unique faction weapon, which is unlocked after reaching the top 50% of a power's followers. So you get into the top 50% and you can then buy, or you just get given that faction weapon. Followers are also provided with other background rewards. These are found in the pledge screen here. So rewards include a weekly credit fund. So if you're in a rating 1, you get 1,000. If you're rating 2, that's 50,000 credits. You also get other background rewards, including so for this power, its ship insurance is reduced by 5% for rating 2, and if you come down to here, 200% increase on expiration date of sale. So when you sell data in controlled or exploited systems in this power, it's 200% more than what you would normally get. But that is for rating 5 only. As you can see, the better rewards, the further up the ratings you go, and you got the ratings by staying in that power and doing a good job doing the activities set by the power. So I'm going to go ahead and pledge my allegiance to this power, and I will see you on the screen after that. Okay, so if you have pledged to a power like I have, and you decide that it's not the power for you, it's not what you wanted, you can go ahead and click the leave power, and what that does is you will leave the power, you will lose all your ratings and all your bonuses, and you won't be able to join the power for another, well, for 12 hours, but nothing will hunt you down. Alternatively, you can go to another power and defect. So it will carry, and this will carry merits over from your current power to this power. So you'll be higher up the ratings almost immediately. The only problem is that the agents of the last power you're at will decide to hunt you down, and that one day, and you can't then change to another power during this time. So the higher up the ratings you go, the more time they'll try and hunt you down and kill you. So each power has a resource called command capital, or CC, and this pays for the power's endeavours. CC represents the combination of financial, political and social weight that can be used by the power. CC is received from systems under the control of the power. The bigger the population of a system, the more CC you get from that system. CC is the lifeblood of the power, really, and without it, the power cannot expand and protect its territory. So you've got to be careful with how much you spend each week. Powerplay runs in cycles, each one lasting a continuous week in real time. For the beta, the cycles were only 2 days, but it's now the 7 days. So it can be seen and easier done by players. A cycle represents the amount of time it takes for a power to take significant actions. At the end of each cycle, all actions started within it are resolved, and the power's CC reserve for the next cycle is worked out, computed. So what are control systems, and what is exploitation? So powers do not take direct control of all systems they want to expand into. They instead focus on one system dominating them, and then turning them into control systems. Every cycle, a power must pay CC upkeep to maintain control of the control systems. The amount of upkeep is directly related to the distance away from the home system, which will be looked at in a moment. The further away a control system is, the greater the upkeep required to maintain it. A control system automatically collects CC income from all nearby systems within a 15 light year radius, and these systems become exploited systems. Importantly though, control and exploited systems cannot be expanded into by other powers, so they have to be undermined first. So when a power controls or exploits the system, it doesn't simply harvest the CC from it. It also applies one or more control effects to the system. These can vary and are dependent on the power, but these could include shutting down all the black markets in the area, increasing penalties for criminals, or criminalizing specific commodities. If a power begins a cycle with a deficit of CC, it is in trouble as it effectively does not have the strength to maintain control over all of its systems it controls. The control system with the highest CC upkeep falls into turmoil and its upkeep cost is removed from the power's CC reserve. This will keep happening until the power has a positive CC reserve. When the next cycle begins, control systems already in turmoil will no longer exploit nearby systems for CC income, though their upkeep cost will still be due at the end of the cycle. Any control systems that started the cycle in turmoil will revolt at the end of the cycle if the power is still running a CC deficit. Systems that revolt are no longer controlled by that power. There are three elements to Powerplay: preparation, expansion and control. Preparation is needed to prepare a target system for expansion. This preparation may involve different tasks for supporters to complete depending on the power involved. This tab here details how you can prepare a system for preparation. This power, for example, asks you to take packages from the home system to target systems that need preparing. Selecting a system from this bar here will bring up this information. Here we can see the information about the system and how close it is to being fully prepared and the task required to prepare the system. The systems highlighted in white here, these two here, are the ones that will go into the next phase of expansion at the end of the cycle. Once the system has been successfully prepared, an expansion step may be purchased for the next cycle. Again, different powers require their supporters to carry out different tasks to successfully prosecute expansion. These tasks can be found in this tab. Again, information is provided on how to expand into a target system. Selecting a system will show you information on that system. This includes the potential value of the system, the governing faction, and the time remaining on the cycle. Information on the progress of the power is also displayed here. Once a power gets over a certain threshold, called the trigger, they will expand into that system unless opposition, like here, take over the control. So if the red here was above the yellow, then the red would win that system. Once the system has been expanded into, supporters may fortify it to reduce its drain on the power CC supply. We can look at fortified systems here. Again, this tab shows us what is needed to fortify a system. We can also look at the systems this power controls. If we click on this one, you can see that this power would normally be paying 21 CCs to upkeep this system, but if this system was fortified, you are no longer paying any CCs for upkeep. Supporters of other systems may also try and undermine control systems, making them more expensive to maintain and then more likely to revolt because you have less CCs and you may run out. One of the biggest tools used in the Powerplay preparation stage is the Galaxy map. You can use the Galaxy map to help you find potential candidates for preparation. You can do this by going to View and going down to Powerplay and then selecting the expansion filter. The expansion view shows you all the systems outside your control, which is shown as this white bubble here, with the following identification marks. So if you go down to here, you can see expansion attempts happening here and here. Top 10 prepared systems, so these are all systems that are prepared, so these will then be expanded into. And then there are known, but you can also see expansions being opposed. colour is used to denote value of the system if it was controlled. Green are profitable systems, orange is average systems, and red is systems that you would actually be losing, or you will not be gaining a lot from them. Hollow systems cannot be prepared for certain reasons. Don't know why that went like that. The upkeep cost is greater than the power's entire CC reserve of that cycle, so it might be that the upkeep reserve is just too much. You can't actually afford to do it. Another power is controlling the system or exploiting it, or another power is attempting to expand into it. So you could undermine it, but you can actually prepare it. Systems that are uninhabited are not displayed at all. So if you roll over a selected system, say for example here, you can see all the systems that are affected by it. Now if I go to control, it's easier to see. So if I run my cursor over Lembava, which is the headquarters, I can see that all these dots here are being exploited by that system. Okay, so that's the Powerplay system. A detailed explanation of the Powerplay system and how it works. I will be showing you in some Let's Plays and stuff, the actual missions I'm going to be doing for this power, so watch out for those. But this is my Powerplay tutorial complete. I'm Commander Mythcolour. If you did like the video, please hit that like button, it really helps my channel out. And if you're not subscribed already, subscribe, and you can get more content about my channel, including more tutorials, Let's Plays, and other videos with other YouTubers such as Commander Chaos Wolf. My name is Commander Mythcolour, signing out.